We have just pulled out of the Maverick convenience store, which is 5 minutes from Lori's apartment. As you pull out of Maverick, you're going to go back up on the interstate here. This is to give you a view of Alex Cox leaving Lori's and going to Chad's, okay? Now, this might seem boring to y'all, but I'm trying to get an idea of the, yes, we could Google it and say, oh, it took them 10 minutes to get there, whatever. We can look at the cash unit timing and all that, but I am trying to put myself into this situation. I want to see it for myself. Going out to Chad Daybell's, transporting his nephew and his niece out to Chad Daybell's from Lori and his apartments. However your theory works out for you. Whether you think Tylee and JJ was murdered in Alex's 107, which I don't believe both of them were. I think Tylee was murdered in Lori's apartment, and I think that JJ was brought to Alex's apartment. But we're just taking the route, y'all. There is no other way that they could have taken to get to Chad's. This would have been the quickest way, is to jump back on the 4-lane and go towards St. Anthony. So just bear with me, because I'm living it, and I want you to live it with me, to know that that son of a bitch, that sorry son of a bitch, took his F-150 and loaded those children's bodies up and brought them out here to Chad Daybell's property. First of all, let's just break this down. He does it early. He does it at, what time did he take? When it came to Tylee, let's look at it. When it came to Tylee, he's out at the Daybell property at 10:57 a.m. by that time for a grand total of 2 hours and 3 minutes. Okay? So, he's out there. We know Tammy is at work. We know Chad is home working on his stupid ass novels. What? He tells Tammy, I'm going to BYU to write? Yeah, right. What a crock of shit. The bottom line, the reason he told Tammy that is because all he did was sit his fat ass at home. His fat ass chin at home. While she was bringing home the money. Alright, so y'all see just how far down we went now. We're getting off this exit. So Alex is going down through here with a dead body, a child's body, both times. And 2 different times. He's coming down through here. The only thing I can tell y'all, either had him wrapped up in the back of his truck or he had him in the back seat, because it was a 4-door. One or the other, that's what he had. $10:30 in the morning, y'all. He's out. It is September. There's no snow on the ground. There's nothing like that. Y'all see these roads right now? It's, well, heck, now it's 4:36. No, what is it? 3:36. So there's a lot of movement on this road. We don't know if it was busy that morning. We don't know if anyone saw anything. But we do know that the indictment says that he transported JJ's body out here. And this is exactly the route he took, y'all. This is exactly what his route was. And for him to be coming out here, oh, and Lori says the children were murdered in the apartment. What is it? If she's to be believed, is she some coward? She can't, Alex, go and murder the kids because they got zombies in them? Give me a break. She wanted to snuff them out. For all we know, she did it herself. There is no reason. Nobody wants to wrap their head around that a mother would do that to her children. Hey, make no mistake. I believe Lori took an active part in the murder of her own children. I don't think Alex did it by himself. He might have did the heavy lifting in terms of the actual, but she was right there. She was there with the blue blanket. She was there. She knew Oh, when she took that picture of JJ on the sofa there, she knew that was the last picture of him. She knew that was the last picture of Tylee at Yellowstone. She knew, y'all. So here we are. We're riding down through here. We've got 2.3 more miles to go, y'all. This is a long straightaway, and there are a lot of long straightaways in Idaho, I'm finding out. But we're taking the same exact route, y'all. Yes, we left the Maverick convenience store, but y'all saw it's just 5 minutes up the street from the Pioneer Apartments where Lori and Alex were at. There is no way that Alex had his own apartment, was living in it all by himself. First of all, there was no furnishings. Number two, he was so far up Lori's ass. There ain't no way. He was always with Lori. In fact, he was in her apartment when the police came to her door. Oh, that's the good brother, not the one that wants to murder me for my $1 million policy. What a crock of shit. So, he's traveling down through here. And we got 1.5 miles to go, y'all. You know, he wasn't damn flying. He wouldn't. I mean, if you think about it, you leave. How far from the apartments to here do you think it is, honey?
5 miles.
About 5 miles. It takes about, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So if you gotta remember that, y'all. Remember that. If he left the apartments with the bodies to come out to Chad's, you need to think about what the GPS says and say, was he going real fast? Or was he just Sunday driving down through here? How long did it take him? Could he have made any stops along the way? I doubt very seriously. But again, it goes back to, he is on Chad's, leaves the apartment complex. Let me say this again. He leaves the apartment complex let's see, at 8:59 a.m. He leaves his apartment and he ends up at Chad's at 9:21. That don't make sense. 8:59 to 9:21 is how long, honey?
22 minutes.
22 minutes. So could he have stopped anywhere? Or could he have for 22 minutes, or do you think that was about right?
He probably wasn't driving that fast. That's probably about right.
Speak up where we can hear you.
I said he probably wasn't driving too fast. That's about right.
There it is, y'all. There it is. Going by it, honey. We'll go back. Can you believe this shit? There it is. There's the residence. He had to just pull right into that driveway, y'all. We're going to turn around down here. Y'all wanted to know how close the neighbors were? Well, go on down, because I don't know if you can get into these driveways. There's so much snow. Alright, you see there's neighbors on this side of the road. Right here, just turn in right here, honey. At the street. Because it would be clear, I would think. Or at least do a turnaround. Got it? Alright, y'all, just bear with us. We're not professionals here. We're just trying to put two and two together. Alright, now, for those that really want some justice through understanding, you need to absolutely keep an eye on the neighbors. And, okay, now, look. His house is behind them trees right there on the left side of the road. You see the flashing light on this side? Okay. You got houses. Now, it's very wide open in the back. People have told me that. These are the houses that are across the way. These are the houses. I mean, don't y'all find it rich that a bus pulls out right there in front of Chad Daybell's house? Look, there's Garth Look, y'all. Garth's running in the backyard. He just ran into the house. I promise y'all, I just saw Garth. Okay, turn left here. There it is, Chad Daybell's house, y'all.
Okay, turn right here.
Yep, turn right here. We're gonna go right up here. Y'all, this is where they found those children. This is where they found them, y'all. They found those children's bodies back here, and and there is no houses over here, y'all. This is just like barns and stuff over here. Get up over here and park right here. Park right here. Here is the fence, y'all. Here is the fence. And OKJ's getting out because I want to be able to show y'all this. Absolutely breaks my freaking heart. It upsets me. Y'all, there's the bracelets. It just breaks my heart, y'all. It hurts me so bad. Look. We are not going to forget about them, y'all. We're not. When this case is over and done with, we're going to hold them up in the light of their life. It just absolutely tears my heart out, y'all. And if you look right across the street here, reminded of Kay and Larry Woodcock, especially Larry. JJ was right over there, y'all. It was under that tree right there was where they found his body. And with the snow covering the ground, January of 2020, nobody knew they were under there. Even the police had been out here. This is Chad Daybell's little home, Mr. High Priest. Mr. King, who can see beyond the veil. Can you believe that? Now, let me just be clear. There's a house here. And this is an open field. Some of y'all were asking me to pan into that. Over here, you have a bunch of, barns and stuff like that. So nobody's going to be living right in here. There is a house right there that could easily see somebody back here doing this, y'all. I don't understand it. And then if you put that in perspective, there's his house. You see all of the houses in front of him. I could see how that could be, they could conceal from that direction. On the other hand, this house right here, let's just hope they know something, that there are witnesses or something, that they saw something. Maybe they were the ones that saw the bonfires going, where they was burning up tightly. And somebody tell me, how in the hell does somebody shoot that many raccoons? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Without people hearing that. And yes, I saw Garth, y'all. I did. He ran through his yard. I don't know what he was doing. He ran from that little red place right there, the little red building with the white top, over to his house. I don't know, he might have went in there for any reason. But folks, this is almost a regiment. Look at all the houses on the other side of the road from Chad Daybell's. And look at the cars all just going back. I mean, it's not like this is so rural that these cars are not coming down through here. This would have had to have been done late at night, or they had to have concealed the children so much that nobody thought anything what they were doing. Who was over there making that grave? It had to have been Chad Daybell. It had to have been. There's nothing in behind here. There's no houses on either side of him. Yeah, there's a house up here on the other side of the road, on this side of the road from his house. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense that nobody saw this activity going on back here. Ain't nothing been moved. Ain't nothing been, I mean, all this was been open the whole time, and yet those two children's bodies were here. It had to have been at nighttime, y'all, that they were doing this. In concealment of nighttime. So they wouldn't have been doing it if Alex, listen to me, if Alex was out here from 10:52 in the morning for 2+ hours in the middle of the day and nobody noticed anything, and he's standing right out here like this, I guarantee you, y'all, that building right there was used for something. You can be damn sure of it. You can be damn sure of it. We will get justice for Tylee and JJ. There is no footprint too small to leave an imprint on this world. Your life was a hypothesis. Those who die old are made of the past. Thinking of them are things of what they have done. Thinking of you are thinks of what you could have become. You were and will remain made up of possibilities. It's sad, y'all. We've seen it before, you know, in terms of this fence and everything. We've seen it. We're trying to look beyond it, and we're fixing to go back by Chad Daybell's one more time, very slowly. I'm going to do my very best so that y'all get your perspective, okay? We're going to go right up here, up the street, until we can turn around safely without going off. Whoever lives in this house were the ones that could have had a bird eye view of the whole damn thing. Does anybody really believe that this was going on in the middle of the daytime with Alex over there? Let me tell you, the reason that Alex was over here, y'all, this is my theory, for 2.5 hours was because him and Chad were chopping up Tylee. It didn't, you know, and they had to burn the body, but I think Alex left here with her body on fire, and Chad just kept stirring it around to get it burned up, basically. That's what I think. Let me get my seatbelt on. Hold this. Shit. Because I'm telling y'all, how in the world could... Wayne, can you see somebody burying two bodies back there in the middle of the day?
I'd be afraid of getting caught. They must have had it like they're doing something else.
You know, I mean, I could see them possibly, maybe... I mean, I don't want to say this, but I have to, y'all. After doing what they did to Tylee, putting her body parts in a wheelbarrow and maybe adding something on top of it to conceal it. Wayne's gonna get us stuck in the snow.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we're going back down this road, y'all. In my view, I don't see them doing this in the middle of the day. I see Alex over here for 2+ hours that morning, that day.
Well, they say the best time to do something is in broad daylight and nobody knows what you're doing.
Well, they weren't chopping her up out in plain view. They had to have put her in one of those buildings. And unless they found DNA and blood evidence in Alex or Lori's apartment, she was dismembered out here. They didn't just throw her whole body onto a fire. They had to chop her up. There's no way she was a big girl. So they would have had to have taken her apart and dismembered her. She was found, I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but I have to. Okay, sake of argument, her whole body. How could they walk out there, y'all? How could they walk out there with a whole body of Tylee Ryan? Here's the house right here again, y'all. That's right across. It can see right into the field. How could they would have had to have concealed that body. And the best way to do that is to chop it up to where it don't look like a body. And JJ, all they had to do was wrap him up in something, and they did. Those plastic bags, they put him in something and brought him over to that tree and inserted his body. If they did this in the daytime, y'all, we're looking at Chad Daybell's property right now. Those buildings right there, stop, Wayne, stop. That building, that silver building, says a lot to me. Something does not feel right about that silver building. You got the great big red building after that, and then you've got this one little one right there. I don't think that those children's bodies were inside of that house. But this goes back to this. If Emma and them are across the street and everything, how would they have not known something weird was going on? Dad had Alex over at the house. They were burning limb debris. Y'all think about that. Y'all, we're looking at it right here and right now. This was the place that they burned up Tylee and put her in that pet cemetery. And one of these houses on that side of the road, I don't know which one. Could it be this one? I don't know. Is Emma's house. One of these houses is hers. So, anyway, just to give y'all some perspective, keep on looking.